In this video, we're going to have a look at Google Classroom and see how it works from the point of view of a teacher and also from a student as well. So there'll be a bit of flipping between screens, but we'll see how we go. So I've logged in and I've gone to classroom.google.com. It says I have no classes so far. Now what I'm going to do is just create a demo class here and just press create. And that will make a class for me. What I would suggest you doing in your school is one person maybe being in all of the classes and then add the teacher in to those classes too. So you kind of have a couple of people in each one, might make it a bit easier to manage. And you then get a class code. So there's a code up there that if you type in that code, you then join this class. So you could send that out to your pupils and they could then join it. You're going to get lots of these little pop-ups as you go along. The other way to add people is by going up to people up here, and I'm going to add, I've got 2 demo students in my school. All you do is type in their name, it will pop up, and then invite. Obviously you'd have to do that 30 times for all the children. You can put them all on there, and then that would then get a little account for that child on there as well. So I'm going to flick to the child's view, bring this over here. And if I go to Google Classroom, it will come up and say, there you go, I've been invited to join that class. So I'm going to just join that class there, and that's what the people would see. So they would see a join or decline, and they come in and see the same bit. Right, I'll move that one back out of the way. So back on as teacher. Right, so you've got 4 things along the top. You've got people, which we've just seen, that's adding different people in there. We've got marked, which we're going to leave alone. I'm assuming we're not setting any homework that needs to be marked. We've got stream and we've got classwork. Let's look at stream first. So stream, this is the name of your class. Obviously you'd have your proper name up there. You can change the theme of it. You can upload a photo and make it a bit more memorable than just whatever random ones on here. And you can see I'll just change it. There you go. I can share something with my class. That's what I want to do. So I want to click on there, and that will then give me the option to write some notes. So, hello, I hope you are all well. What did you do this week? And I can post that and the people will just see that little message on there. I can also add different things. So I can add a Google Drive document. I can add a website link or a file or a YouTube video. So it might be that I want to add a link. So I found a website that lets you have different live streams from zoos around the world. So I'm going to add a little link, paste that into there, and add. So I'm going to put, have a look at these different zoo live streams. Which animal is your favourite? Favourite, there we go. And then if I post that, the children can then click on that link and it will take them off to that site. So just press post. You can also press the little down arrow and maybe schedule it for a bit later on. Maybe you're posting something each day and you want to say this is going to be tomorrow's post. You want to save it as a draft if you're not quite ready. So I'll just press post on there and that will then appear. Underneath there's comments. So once the children see that, they can then go on there and click on comments. So I'll flick back to the pupil view. Here's the pupil one. Just going to show that. You can see the post from the teacher. I can add my favourite, I'll type favourite, was the penguin and send. And you'll then get a kind of a class discussion coming up under there. And that's what that would look like. Okay. And if I just refresh this page by clicking stream, and that will just load and you'll see underneath that live webcam post, you'll see the comment, there it is there. So you can see now as a teacher, I can reply to that comment, maybe say that I like penguins as well, or maybe delete it or mute it if one person's using it a bit too much maybe. But there is the option to delete anything inappropriate. So that's the kind of the main page. Classwork though is where you want to actually set some activities for the children. So we'll click on classwork. On here you've got a few options. So we're going to press create and we're going to look at mainly the first 3. So assignment's a really useful one. So I've got an assignment and remember it's set for sort of the American, probably high school, so you can set points. I'm going to unmark it. I don't want to be marking and giving them all points for how well they've done on this. I want them to maybe write me a little story. So what I want to do, I'm going to call this one The Cave. What I've done is I've gone to Pobble365, which is a great website for getting pictures. And I want them to look at the picture, which is this picture just here, and tell me what happens next. Where does this diver go? Okay, so all I'm going to do is copy this picture, and I'll use that in just a minute. So look at the picture. Can you tell me where the diver goes and what they see? Okay, that's their activity for them to do. And I want to, I don't want to do any of those. What I want is create a document. Create a document. And this will come up and it will give me a new document. It takes a few seconds. There we go. And this document is going to be called The Cave, because that's what the picture was called. I'm going to paste that picture in. There it is. I'll make it a little bit smaller so we've got some space to write as well. And put that in the middle. And maybe add the similar sort of instructions. Let's put, can you tell me where the diver goes and what they see? Write your story underneath. And I've got that document there. Now, good thing with Google Docs is when I just close that, I don't need to worry about saving it. Now, on here, there's a very important option. At the moment, all the students can see this picture and look at it, which is not very useful. I'm going to change that. Do I want them all to edit the same document? Again, not very useful. If I choose make a copy for each student, what that will do is it will make a copy for every child in the class. I've got one, you would have up to 30 maybe. And that means that I can then have 30 documents with the child's name on and I can see what they've all been doing. So I'll press that on there and I'll show you that in just a sec to make it a bit clearer. But that's definitely the option you want for this one. And I've done all of that. I've made sure it's going to all my students. There's only Tom so far, but you get the idea. When's it due? It's not due anywhere. Topic, well, let's call it story writing. So that if I do another story next week, it comes into the same kind of section. And I'm going to press assign. And again, you've got that schedule option if you want to do that for maybe later on. So assign. That takes a few seconds. And while that's happening, I'm just going to flick across to the child's view. Just assign in there. Right, I'm going to bring the child's view over to here so you can see it. And I'm going to just refresh my page. And it will now show, there you go, post a new assignment, The Cave. So if I click on that, what I can then do, I don't want to hand it in yet, that would be silly, I've not even done it yet. Here's my work. You see it says Tom Smith, The Cave. Tom Smith is my made up name on here. And if I click on there, I've got a document, but this added my name at the beginning, the child's name on there. Yeah, I understand. It's added the child's name, which will really help the teacher later on. And all I want to do is, here is my story, blah, blah, and you go on from there. Okay, now the teacher. What the teacher gets is, if you go to Google Drive, so again, drive.google.com and click, and what I will have is, if I go to my drive, there's a new folder. I haven't made this, Google Classroom made this, called Classroom. And there's one called Demo Class. This was one I was messing around with earlier. Let's just remove that. One called Demo Class. And in there's a new folder called The Cave. And inside there, all 30, or one, of my children's work will appear in one place. Okay, so that's really useful for being able to organise all of your files in one place. They'll all just appear there. So that means you don't have to worry about them saving it in the wrong place because they just appear there for you. Okay, so to repeat that bit, that was going to classwork, create, assignment, and then choosing what it is I want to do. And I wanted to make a document, but you can do other things. So let's do a different assignment. Let's go back off this one. Let's make an assignment. This time I want them to go and watch a video. There's lots of great video lessons at the moment. So let's do a science one about space. Now there's got that, thank you. I want to add a YouTube link. So this YouTube link is a link to Maddie Moat, who is on CBeebies. She's doing a live stream 11 o'clock every day. So I'm going to borrow that link there. and I want the children to go and watch this little link. So all you've got to do, you can either search for it or paste in the address if you've already got it, which I have. There you go. So I want them to, this one's about making your own solar system. It's great. So put that there. So watch this video. Can you make your own solar system? That's it. Nice, simple. Again, remove the points, don't want to do that one, and then assign it, and that will then send it off. And take a few seconds, it will appear on the children's page as another assignment for them to do. You can see all the story writing ones have appeared under a story writing heading. I didn't put a heading on that one actually, and you can put them there. Okay, other assignments, have a quick look at the others. There's a quiz assignment, so very simple. Only difference for this one is let's have a quiz. Let's do it with the space quiz again. Let's use the same link. Give it a grade importing. We're not worried about grades on this. YouTube. So use exactly the same video, but this time watch the video and answer the questions. And when you click on this, Google Forms is a way of, it's like a survey or a quiz tool. You could write your own questions. So question 1, no thanks. Question 1, what was the name of the red planet? What is the name of the red planet even? And you can choose multiple choice questions, are probably the best one for this one. So we can have Mercury, Mars, Venus, and they can go through and have a look at that. You can set answer keys as well and choose which answer is going to be right. So you can say that Mars is going to be the correct one. So by pressing that, so you want us to mark it for you along the way, don't you? Save yourself a bit of time as well. You can then add in more questions and more questions as you go through, but that's a whole other video of how that would work, I think. If we go back to Google Classroom, we now have the video and the quiz on there, and I can assign that to the children on there, and then that will appear. And if we go back to our child, let's go back to our child's view in his class. There's our child's view. Go back to demo class. Oh, go away. Yep. Back to the class. He's now got lots of things on there. There's the live stream that we put on there. There's the assignment about the cave. There's the video about space, and there's a quiz on there as well. Loads of things on there, and they can also share things with their class. So they can also add pictures and files and things on there as well. So it does lots and lots of different things. Hopefully that's enough to get people started. But if not, then feel free to ask questions or check out other videos, and they'll be able to help you out.